I'm Barry Funkhauser, and this is the Barry Funkhauser Show. Here's what's going on. Well, Washington is cracking down on fraudulent nurse diplomas. Some Oakland A's players have given their opinion of Las Vegas, and Fiesta plans in Santa Barbara announced for 2023. As always, I'm here with my co-host and general know-it-all current events guy, Joe. Joe, are you jazzed about going up into the powder? You know what's funny is I've been watching the news like constantly, and I probably told you already about this, but man, you better think about the traffic going in and out of the thing, because that seems to be everyone's complaint on the news going up to.
But you got to remember, I'm going to Mountain High. I'm not going to Crestline, Arrowhead, Big Bear area.
Oh, it's
impossible. No, it's impossible to get up there, and it's a problem. Like, people are stuck up there and they're complaining because they're not getting dug out fast enough. But I'm sorry, people. There's only so much that a human can do to dig out 15 feet of snow along hundreds of miles of roads up there. So you're just going to need to be patient and just worry about getting your food and your medicine, which they are helicoptering up and taking up in small caravans. So they're worrying about it. But no, Mountain High is off the 15. So you take the 15 to the 138, the 2, something like that. I don't know. It's on autopilot in my head when I
don't know. I thought you had to go through that.
No. It's like on the blah 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 blah. Let me just hold on. Just pulling it up. Hold on, because that's the 2 blah 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 blah. Yeah. Okay, so you take the 15 to the 138, and then you take the 138 to the 2. Okay, and then so the 138's been open. The 138 goes over into the Lucerne Valley, right? And then the 2 jumps up into the mountains. The Mountain High is on the north side of the slope. All right, it's like the north side of,
and this will be the first time
of Mount San Antonio.
I think this is the first time you're going since, I don't know if you heard about this, but Snow Summit and Mountain High, I believe they are now run by the same organization.
No, that's not true.
Something happened up there.
What happened? Like Bear Mountain and Snow Summit are owned by the same. I'm pretty sure. I think that happened.
Oh, and Mountain High is the third one. I see.
Yeah, Mountain High it's completely different mountain. Totally different range. There's an entire valley of the 15 that splits up those mountain ranges. So you just got to remember
look at a map.
Yeah, look at a map. Look at a map. You got the Cajon Valley right there. And then you go to the east of that, and then you get Crestline and Arrowhead and all that. But then you go to the west of it, the west of Cajon, and then you got Mount San Antonio and stuff. And that's where Wrightwood is. Wrightwood is just like I said, the north side of Mount San Antonio.
So do you think you have everything ready to go? Did you do the checklist? Do you have everything you need, like hand warmers and gloves and all that stuff?
Hand warmers?
Oh, I'm gonna need hand warmers.
I've never used hand warmers while snowboarding.
Oh.
No, but I have all my stuff. Oh man, I went to Valsurf and I got myself some new snowboarding boots because I needed them. Oh, man, I got these Salomon boots. Oh, they are the nicest boots. Single boa right on the front. Just fits. Oh, slid my foot right in. Fit like a glove.
I see what you're doing there. I know what's going on.
Like a sock. What?
You're getting all your gear set up so that you don't only go once. You're gonna see I have my gear. I have to go. I see what you're doing. You're setting yourself.
Oh, what do you mean? I got my gear. I have to go. I had to update all of my gear. All of my gear was serious. It was 10 years old, so I had to toss it after last season. But my pants were all ripped. I had sewn them up a bunch of times. My boots were all just shredded inside, so I had to get rid of those. Plus, I needed my old boots had a switch step-in system, and I am going back to traditional boots and bindings, so I needed to get new boots anyway. But yeah, like I went over to Val Surf and I just got hooked up. Those guys are awesome over there. So yeah, I got my rented a board, rented bindings, bought boots because you sweat in boots and I don't like wearing other people's shoes because that's just gross. So got all that stuff, got new pants, got I even got like all of my safety equipment. Like I used to go and be like the guy on the mountain who you were like, man, I hope that guy doesn't fall because he's gonna break everything. He's wearing no safety equipment. Now I'm just the opposite. I got everything. I got all my pads for my tailbone. I got my knee pads. I got my wrist braces. I got my elbow brace. I got it all. So I got my helmet. Oh man, I got my helmet. I got my 88.5 sticker right on the front there. So awesome. I am jazzed.
You're ready to
Jazzed to go. I am ready to go. Ready to go. So I can talk about that all session long, or we can talk about Fiesta all session long. I can go on about Santa Barbara Fiesta for literally hours. So is that what we're talking about? Only those two things? Oh no, we got other news.
We got other news, man.
Okay, we got other news. We got to get
all kinds of time though. You want to get into it? Here we go.
All right, do it.
Well, this one, we're going to bother you immediately on the show with something just very offensive. The state of Washington is cracking down on fraudulent nurse diplomas. Listen to this.
Thank you. And a Coin 6 follow-up now. We're finding out more about the nurses implicated in a nationwide fraud scheme.
Emma Jerome has been digging deeper into how some states like Oregon and Washington were able to spot the red flags. Emma.
Yeah, this implicates over 7,600 nurses in the nation and a lot here in the Oregon and Washington area as well. Operation Nightingale found over 7,600 of those fake nursing diplomas issued by multiple Florida schools. The FBI began arresting people involved in distributing the phony diplomas in January, but state health officials tell us they started noticing something was up much sooner. Paula Meyer is the executive director for the Nursing Care Quality Assurance Commission in Washington State. They oversee the licensing of nurses, and she says about a year and a half ago, they started noticing application for nursing licenses from candidates who graduated from these Florida schools that weren't compliant with the standards in Washington. They started their investigations back then and have since rescinded 11 licenses and denied 4 applications. Of those 11, Meyer says she thinks most were working in a nursing capacity when they were stripped of their licenses. She says the red flags Washington state officials noticed that tipped them off were courses that weren't taken in the order they should have been, and in some cases, the counterfeit transcripts didn't have markings they needed to be legitimate.
It's very important to the profession of nursing that we maintain that trust, that public trust. And that's why boards of nursing are there, is to maintain that public trust so that when there are instances such as this, we can take those actions.
During an Oregon State Nursing Board meeting last month, the board voted to dismiss 2 cases brought before them. Officials tell me they believe more cases will be brought forth during this month and next month's meeting. For the state's full response to Operation Nightingale, head to coin.com. We also have previous reporting there as well.
Yeah, man, this is up in Washington, Oregon area. Crazy.
Okay. Washington and Oregon found out about it, but all the problems are starting, of course, in Florida. The armpit of the United States.
Yeah, man, but what a horrible thing to
Florida.
Have to go through. Like, these are people that need nurses, Then you hire somebody.
Absolutely.
They're all
how would you feel? Well, one, yeah, I would not feel safe with a nurse that was not registered. But what about the nurses in Florida who paid all of this money to go to because they're not cheap. These schools are not cheap to get to be a registered nurse. We need them like crazy. But then these schools like gouge these candidates for like tens of thousands of dollars, way more than like a traditional 4-year school. And now these nurses who graduated from these Florida schools are probably not going to ever be able to get actual nursing jobs with the degree. Can we name this? Can we name these schools? Like these schools are going to get sued, and they're going to get sued hard, especially if they were promising all of these nurse candidates that they would be able to go and register in any state in the nation. Oh, this is not going to go well. This is not going to go well. Stupid Florida.
Stupid. All right.
Well,
Well,
look. Hey, we got regulations in place for a reason, for safety. We need things for safety. Do you want to go to a doctor who got his degree from like, like the degree mill that used to be like an auto body shop across the street from, the Walmart in Arkansas? Like, do you want that? No. No, you want to make sure, like, if you're going to go see a professional doctor who is going to be examining you and trying to figure out why you feel so bad, you're going to want someone who has gotten training and schooling and that you are confident in. This is going to be bad. This is going to be bad. I hope all those nurses get all of their money back. And I hope that all these schools get shut down because come on, this is just not good.
yeah.
It's egregious.
Yeah, egregious. That's the word for it. This will not stand, man. Well, check your nurses at the door. Today's show is brought to you by
Val Surf, LA's source for all things surf, skate, and snow. Selling footwear, apparel, and gear since 1962. Visit their shop online at valsurf.com.
All right, more news. So, Joe, are you a baseball fan? Do you have a certain team that you like?
Dodgers, baby. I used to be way, way bigger of a fan, but all my favorite players like retired and I got old, and I still root for the Dodgers when I can, or anybody who's playing the Angels or the Yankees.
Yeah. Well, how do you feel about when teams move from city to city? What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, I understand the economics of making the move.
I mean, I'll be more specific. Did you hear about the Oakland A's? There's a rumor.
Yeah, I don't like all these teams wanting to move to Vegas. I don't like that at all. We already have like an NBA player. Was it an NBA? No, an NFL player who was suspended for a year for betting on NFL games. He just got reinstated to Jacksonville. So I don't like. Are you gonna have all these sports team in Vegas? It is tempting fate. And we're gonna have a lot of Pete Roses out there. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right. Well, nobody knows the names of any players, so if they do move to Vegas, that might be worth it for them. But let's hear what they have to say. Here, listen.
Big League weekend brought in a good crowd as well. Took over the Las Vegas ballpark over the weekend. 8,000 fans came out to watch the Oakland A's play the Cincinnati Reds. Well, the Reds wound up taking both games Saturday and Sunday, but the Oakland A's certainly enjoyed their trip to Las Vegas. Some of the players said, hey, I wouldn't mind moving to Vegas and playing here.
I think that this is an awesome city, and they really do a good product here with the Aviators. So whatever happens, but it's definitely a fun city to be in. It's a lively crowds, and it's if that happens, then we'll be happy to be here.
That's up to them, but I will say I wouldn't mind coming here and playing. It's like I said, it's a special place, and I love to be here.
Guys, you're playing hold on. You're playing an exhibition ball game in March in Vegas when the weather's nice. You guys really want to play in a domed stadium in Vegas when it's 120 degrees out for 3 straight months? No.
And also, what are they going to say? No?
Right? Like if your team moves, like you have a contract with the team, you just got to go with it. If you really dislike Vegas that much, I guess your agent can ask for a trade or whatever. But guys, I'm telling you, you don't want to play baseball in Las Vegas in the middle of summer. That would be brutal.
I disagree, dude. Here's why I disagree, man. Because I have gone to a Las Vegas Knights hockey game, but not a home game. I went to an away game, but I was at the home arena. And there's something different about watching sports in Vegas. And I don't know. I'm torn back and forth on whether or not each team should exist in Vegas. And I'm kind of thinking that it's good because of what they're doing there. I mean, have you been to Vegas since the Raiders moved in? It looks like a UFO landed next to the 15.
No.
Big old black UFO.
Again, I just don't care. Like, I don't know. Vegas has lost a lot of luster for me. it's not what it used to be, and it's not nearly as fun. Now it's just a city full of drunk tourists.
Hey, you remember my
that does,
gripe? I just came back from there, and it was awful.
Yep. And yeah, they nickel and dime you for everything. So I mean, the players might like it for the times when they're not playing ball, because these are like guys in their 20s usually. So yeah, Vegas is awesome when you're a rich guy in your 20s. You can do whatever the heck you want, but I don't know. Are people going to move their families out there? And seriously, you guys want to play in a dome? Like, ball players do not like playing in indoor stadiums. Like, majority of ball players outside of pitchers don't like being in a dome. It's weird. Like,
it is kind of weird and silly.
It's a weird thing to do. So they like playing outdoors, but you're not going to be able to do that in Vegas. It gets too hot. It's just, so I don't. I mean, Vegas is just a major metropolitan area now. Like, they're gonna pull teams just because they have a lot of money, and they can offer these teams like, oh, hey, we'll just give you a $3 billion severance package.
Sure, the A's want to get the hell out.
Not severance package, but like, well, sure. They, the reason being is because Oakland won't build them a new stadium.
Yeah.
Why? Because it doesn't work for the Oakland community anymore. Like, no one cares. So of course, like, go to a place that cares. If that's Vegas, then Oakland A's go to Vegas. My thing about teams moving is, if you're going to move, you got to change your name. We got the Los Angeles Lakers here. How many lakes do we have in Los Angeles County, Barry?
Not many.
Right. So it's like, when they moved from Minneapolis, they should have changed their name. The same thing for the Dodgers. They moved from the Brooklyn Dodgers. They were the Brooklyn Trolley Dodgers. So it doesn't work. The name doesn't really work. The most egregious, though, is the Utah Jazz. Like, they used to be the New Orleans Jazz, and totally worked.
I didn't know that.
Who listens to jazz music in Salt Lake City? 95% white and Mormon. That's those statistics aren't right, but you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I don't whatever. Go have Vegas. Do Vegas. Do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want.
I don't care. I'm not going to go, so it's fine.
Okay, well, finally today, Fiesta.
My favorite story. Oh, my favorite story. Oh, yes.
It's coming to Santa Barbara. Fiesta has been announced for 2023, along with a new Mercado site in Santa Barbara. Here's more. Listen.
The theme is something that will be used throughout the year, and it's something that is very key to our festivities.
Flanked by his Old Spanish Days board of directors on the steps of Santa Barbara City Hall, El Presidente David Bolton had swaying Fiesta dancers help him announce this year's theme.
Let's Fiesta! Let's Fiesta. That's our theme for 2023.
A full fiesta is scheduled August 2nd through 6th. The Fiesta Parade moved last year to a route entirely on Cabrillo Boulevard because State Street has the parklets in downtown.
Once again, it will be returning to Cabrillo Boulevard. So many people enjoyed it beachside last year. It'll be a little bit longer this year, going from Castillo to Milpa Street. There's so many things that will be part of this year's parade, so it's going to be exciting. It's going to be big, and I think everyone's going to enjoy it.
This year, one of the big changes is with the Mercado del Norte, which has been in McKenzie Park since 1979. It's being moved down here to the City College parking lots. It'll be called the Mercado de la Playa. How much of the parking area will be used and how the Mercado and Carnival fit together is still being worked out.
We also have, as part of a collaboration with the Santa Barbara Maritime Museum, the San Salvador, the full-size replica of Cabrillo's ship, will be in the harbor for Fiesta weekend.
Old Spanish Days has activities beginning in April, and whenever it has events, it helps nonprofits in the economy, which has had a slow start.
We're coming back, but it's a struggle. It's going to be an uphill climb. We do hospitality for a living here, so it's important that we get that done.
The mayor is one who someday wants the parade on State Street again.
So I would just love to have everything have some kind of direction. Right now, we're still trying to figure it out.
Old Spanish Days may seem like a summertime event, But for those involved, it's year-round.
It's been my goal every year I've been involved to try to start as early as possible. Get the game plan out first, then work on the details, and then work on how we can make these fun.
Yeah, so there you go, man. Fiesta, it's coming.
Oh, whoa. I got so excited I passed out. Okay. Okay. There's just there's so much to unpack here. So freaking excited. Okay, one, the ship in the harbor, that is going to be awesome.
That is so cool. That was my favorite part.
Oh my gosh. Hopefully they have tours because that is going to be awesome.
Just having it in the pictures behind it is super duper cool.
Oh man. Oh, so good. I'm a little sad. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little sad about them moving Mercado Norte from Mackenzie Park, because that was one, you know how I like parks, and it's a great park. That is a good park, and it was such a good time. There was a lot of the old school stuff was at Mackenzie Park. So I'm interested to see how they do it at the City College parking lot, which sounds like it's going to be the start of the parade. Now,
yeah,
that is a change that I can totally back. You know, like State Street's cool and all, but man, you have such an awesome waterfront in Santa Barbara. You gotta do it there. Having it on Cabrillo just makes so much sense to me.
Yeah.
You can just be on the city side looking out at the beach and the water, and you get the parade at the same time. Yes, please. So if you didn't buy get your hotel all set up last month, it's probably already sold out. So we're gonna have to check into that.
Yeah, for years and years, it's very hard to stay there, but it's a good day trip. You can take the train.
Oh, right. Oh, you could take the train and you could drink all day and then just get back on the train and sleep all the way home.
And I think on Fiesta days, they have more trains going as well.
They do.
Dude,
man, I cannot talk enough about Santa Barbara Fiesta, old Spanish days.
It really is an experience. Like, it's hard to tell people how much fun
I am telling you, like, we are not getting paid by anybody to talk about this, and I am stupid excited about it. Like, go. At least one time in your life, go to Fiesta in Santa Barbara. No one calls it Old Spanish Days. Everyone just calls it Fiesta. It's just Fiesta.
Yep.
If you have a chance, you want to book the Holiday Inn at State and Haley. It's a brilliant place to stay. Very, very close, very well maintained, and literally close to everything. And that is a 5-minute walk to the beach. And it's close to one of my favorite restaurants up there. Something's Fishy's up there. That's really good. The James Joyce Bar is still up there. If you want to get your Irish on during Fiesta days, that's a really good place to go as well. But you're also by the Funk Zone when you're staying at that hotel. And it's just go. Do yourself a favor. Book yourself a trip August 2nd to 6th in Santa Barbara. You are not going to be disappointed. It's a great time.
I mean, I'm taking the train. I hope to see you there.
Well, I mean, I'm going to have to pull you out to get you back on. I have to go there. I got to make sure that you're okay.
I'll be fine.
No. See, I don't want to put the onus on Eve to take care of you. I know how you get during Fiesta. Get a little bit crazy there, Barry. So
I'm just
gonna have to go and watch you.
I'm just buying too many confetti-filled eggs.
No, poppers, man. We do poppers.
Oh, those
not the drug poppers, but like the little popper.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, but whatever.
All right. Well, it'll be fun in a few months. We'll see you then, but we'll see you tomorrow for another show. This is the Barry Funkhauser Show.